that we call it the Welcoming Arches right now because this Wednesday, when school started, we welcomed the largest class in the history, the 128-year history of the College of Idaho. It's our largest incoming class. We're going to be about 400 new students on our campus. Is that amazing? Yeah. So we think the Arch Project had everything to do with that, Jim and Mary. So,
absolutely.
No, we're excited. Before we go forward, I want to recognize a few other folks who made this happen. It was Jim and Mary's vision, but the execution took a lot of people. And if you could just hold your applause till the end, that'd be great. I want to recognize our internal team that led the project. We're trying, Sylvia, it's as loud as it goes. The internal team, Richard Earn, our VP and VP of Administration. One of our trustees, Mike Elliott, who's right over here. Mike's on campus every day helping with this project and a lot of other projects. Our whole facilities team, they did all the landscaping down on this end of the project. The architects for the project, Erstad Associates, we have Andy Erstad and Tom Lennon here, back here. We have the land group, Christopher Hawkins, they did all the landscape architect design. Then we have Joe Saucerman, I saw earlier. Joe's right here. Joe and the Kreisenbeck team did all of the construction. So if you give a round of applause to all those folks. You're going to hear from a lot of people. I just want to say one more thing about Jim and Mary. This isn't the only project they have supported at the college. They are large annual supporters to the Boone Fund, which is our annual scholarship fund. They are also were the largest individual donors to the Boone Remodel Project, which has made such a difference for our science students. So one more round of applause for Jim and Mary, please. Yeah. With that, I want to recognize one other group that's been a major supporter of this project and every other project, and welcome to the stage the best mayor in Idaho, the mayor of Caldwell, Mayor Garrett Nankolis.
Thank you. Oh, what a good morning this is. How are you, College of Idaho? Yo! There you go. Oh, this is such a pleasure to be here. We are so proud of the relationship that we have with this great institution. The College of Idaho, we just couldn't ask for a better partner. We are so grateful for the town and gown relationship, and it just keeps growing and growing. And the reason it does is because of wonderful events just like this morning, the generosity of Dr. and Mary Smith, and the list goes on. These two amazing people, what a beautiful entrance this is, not only to the College of Idaho, but this is the entrance to Caldwell, off of the busiest entrance off of exit 29. So not only did you make a beautiful entrance for the college, but you also made a beautiful entrance for the city of Caldwell. We appreciate that so very much. So we want to wish you all a wonderful school year. We assure you that we are your partner. The city loves this institution. We're grateful for the students that come here. If there's anything that I can do as the mayor or the city can do for any of you, my door is open. Please come and say hi, all right? So, again, thank you to this wonderful couple over here. We appreciate your generosity, your support, your vision. What you have done for this college is just absolutely exceptional. So thank you from all of us. Speaking on behalf of the City Council, all the citizens of Caldwell, we love you and we're grateful for you. Thank you. All right, well, before I introduce the student, I do want to say one more time, go Yotes! It's now my privilege to introduce the student who will introduce these two wonderful people over here. This is a man that I certainly look up to, right? He's up there where the oxygen is different than where I go. But this is a pre-med student, local, from Parma, Idaho, is that correct? Yep. Would you please help me welcome Mr. Colt Merges?
Thank you again. Thank you.
Dr. and Mrs. Smith, on behalf of the student body, we would like to thank you for creating such a beautiful way of showing off our campus. These arches make it clear that we are proudly the College of Idaho. To have done this after being the lead donors for the Boone Science Hall is truly inspiring. This is particularly and personally meaningful to me, as like you, Dr. Smith, I am from Parma, a small Idaho town just like Filer. You became a legendary physician in Boise, and I aspire to follow a similar path as I have aspirations to attend medical school. You are role models to all of us, and we are grateful for your most recent gift, which produced the magnificent Smith Welcoming Arches. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mary Smith and her husband, Dr. Jim Smith, the class of 1964, for comments to be followed by the ribbon cutting. Let's all give them a warm welcome.
18 months ago, when Jim and I were driving down 21st, it occurred to me that some separation between the college and the community would be a good thing. We presented the idea to interim president Bob Hoover, who was enthusiastic, and then to presidents Jim Everett and Doug Freeman, who carried the project to a successful conclusion. The inspiration for this project comes from Savior Gate at the UC Berkeley campus. I was a student at Berkeley during the chaotic 60s. A street very much like 21st Avenue dead ends into Savior Gate. Outside the gate, there was always heavy traffic, commercial business, and sometimes violent protests. Against all this, Savior Gate's 3 open arches managed to create a physical and psychological barrier to all that chaos. Inside, I felt at home in an exciting place where I could explore many interests. It is my hope that when students walk through the welcoming arches, the arches will signal that this is a special place, a place of learning and research, where they can explore their interests and begin to fulfill their dreams. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not sure how much we're saying is being heard. Dr. Adler, can you hear us at all? That's by hearing aids. Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to be here, and Mary and I are grateful to have had the opportunity to participate in the creation and execution of getting these arches up and going. But there are some people that need to be thanked, and some of those were covered by Doug, but Mary came up with the idea. We presented it to Bob Hoover, who was the interim president at that time, and then he immediately turned to Andy Ersted and the Ersted Architect Group. They came up with the concepts along with the land group, and then Greisenbeck Construction brought it into fruition. So all of those folks deserve a lot of thanks from us, as well as we said, Bob Hoover, but President Jim and Doug also enthusiastically pushed us over the finish line, and Richard Earn as well. We were given the privilege of asking how these ought to be dedicated, and as you can see back here, or maybe you can't, is that to honor past and present faculty and staff who've created this special institution. And it seems to me that the institution, the heart and soul of the institution really are the faculty and the staff as well. We're very fortunate that our founder, William Judson Boone, who I unfortunately, even though looking at me, you probably think he must have been around, but I wasn't, was an incredible guy, really a Renaissance man, and his leadership over so many years got us off on the right foot. We've had wonderful faculty through those years. I can see Dr. Wood Atterbury there, who was here even when I was a student, and has been an incredible person and supporter through the years. We've had some great presidents. We've had some who've not been so great. But really, it's been a wonderful thing. I think there's no question that dedicating these to the faculty and to the staff is the best and appropriate way. So let me end by saying, just as the mayor did, go Yotes!